Okay, so the onflow from that knowledge now about the way the pentagram or the pentacle represents the elements of nature and how that directly ties it back into man, right, and how it's used as a gateway, etc. Right. So from that knowledge flows on the practical understanding, considering also the time that we're in, right. So we've entered the age of Aquarius, as of most people acknowledge it as of the grand conjuncture at the end of 2020 between Jupiter and Saturn, and the Moon too. I think was involved in that. Yeah. So that was significant. That was highly significant, if not to the average person, certainly to the occult motherfuckers of the Illuminati and the Freemasons and all of those fuckwits that are actually at the highest levels of government and corporation and finance in the fucking world, right? That was a very significant fucking date for those cunts, right? Even if it meant nothing to you. It certainly meant a lot for them, and it meant that this was the final push, mate. This is the final. Sorry, I don't mean to cover my eye or make symbols again, right? But this is the final push. For them, it's the final push, mate. It signified the age of Aquarius, not just the dawning of, but the start of the new cycle, and it also signified a transition from the Earth sign into the air sign. Right, so under our current situation, we understand now that water obviously has more prominence now in the elements under the age of Aquarius, the water bearer. And also now the shorter term cycle, like that's a long term cycle. That's like a 28,000 year cycle or something, right? Like 28 and 950 or something, right, is the actual extent of the cycle. Something to that extent. 28 or 26. I'll have to look it up again. Anyway, anyone can search that and find it. Just too much to remember all the time. So we've actually entered now. Also, that conjuncture also signified the end of the shorter 200-year Earth cycle, and now switching over into a 200-year air cycle in conjunction with the age of Aquarius, which is also an air sign, funnily enough, which is actually quite interesting because its representative symbol could be taken as waves of the water, but it could also be taken as two lightning bolts or even the path of two serpents. Here you go, darling. Yeah, they know. They come in. So it's quite interesting how its symbol has definitely two different associations because of its intrinsic association with water and the air. Right. So now, in light of our understanding of the pentagram and how it's used against man, what do you think the enemy, at what points, at what basic elemental points do you think the enemy is going to try and penetrate you on at this particular time in their current agenda? Right? So I'll tell you which points they're focusing on in man, right? Through their occult pentagram fucking gateway system, elemental system, too, mind you. So at this point, they're going to focus on fucking with your water. They're going to focus on fucking with your air. And they're going to focus on fucking with your spirit. Right? Those are the three main points at which every human on the earth will be attacked by the Saturnian fucking agenda occult system. right, that is actually founded in the Zionist Kabbalic line of the fucking Illuminati and their agendas. It's the strongest fucking thread of it is found there, of the Saturnian side of it, but it's everywhere, man. It's through the Sumerian cultures, it's through Babylon, it's through Wicca, paganism, right? The revival of paganism, neo-paganism. It's all through there. It's through the Gnostic teachings. It's in the monad. It's all through the Greek and Roman mythology of the gods. Astrology, man. Fuck. Right, the Saturnian agenda, mate, is actually governed by astrology. That's their fucking clock, their sacred geometry, and their celestial timepiece. Around it goes, man. The fucking zodiac, the eternal dance. That is actually what they govern their fucking timeline by. Right, so it's all through the Saturnian agenda. The dark side of Aquarius is actually all through astrology too. And they try to fucking water Saturn down, but if you actually look, and it's not hard to find the true nature of that fucking monstrous fucking thing lurking out there, mate. It's not fucking hard to find its true nature and its true agenda. And it is the ruler of the air, it's the ruler of the water. So, and it's trying to rule our spirits too. It's a ruler of the souls of men, spirits, binding of power to itself. That's how it fucking operates. The devouring of the future, the devouring of the innocent life, the devouring of potential, human potential. That's how that system works, man. It's a system of enslavement. And those are the points at which you are now being attacked at this very time through that fucking occult system, that dark occult system that manifests itself in every facet of religion, politics, and economics, as well as culture and art, music, everywhere, man. It's fucking everywhere. You can see it everywhere. You know I speak the truth. That system is what we're fighting against. It's a system that is denying you the freedom of choice as a human being, as a being that was created with a free will. That's what it wants to subvert, and that's what it is subverting in most people, is their free will, their ability to make a fucking free choice. They're coerced into every decision they fucking make. And they believe they have to choose between the lesser of two evils all the time, because that's all the system fucking presents them, right? Is the choice of two evils. So they choose the lesser of the two evils. What they believe at the time is the lesser of the two evils. So Saturn is actually represented by a box, a square, or a cube, right? So if you actually want to break out of his fucking system and this fucking occult elitist fucking dark fucking energy draining, manipulating, enslaving fucking system, you have to think outside the box.